What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. If you're a paying user of Netflix and one of the 100 million Netflix users that found the value of Netflix to exist only if you're allowed to share it with your friends and family, you're probably not having a great day, as the password crackdown has rolled out, which denies account sharing, which is a massive, massive issue for Netflix, according to them. And users are pissed. This article is reading, "The divorce is final. Netflix users are canceling their accounts as the password sharing crackdown is rolled out, with one claiming the platform is treating us like children." I mean, I'm not surprised by this, given, I bet you their stock is up, though. I'd be willing to bet you that stock's up. Oh, uh-oh. Never mind. Not looking good. Woo, really not looking good. Okay, stock. Oof. Netflix users are not happy following the streaming giant's decision to roll out its password sharing ban. Under rules brought to 103 countries, including the United States and UK this week, people who were watching Netflix under someone else's account now have to create and pay for their own logins. Alternatively, those that still want to share the account with people in a different home have to sign up for, quote, paid sharing, which costs another $8 a month. The multi-billion-dollar firm said it has to invest heavily in new content, but users are taking to social media to share their anger, and some are even deleting their accounts. One person said, "Netflix is treating us like children," while another simply tweeted, "The divorce is final," with the hashtag cancel Netflix. The ban comes to 103 countries, including the UK, US, France, Germany, Australia, Singapore, and more. Around a quarter, 25% of Netflix's 15 million UK subscribers share their password, according to research from Digital Eye. That's actually wild. Like, it's pretty wild to me that that many people share their password. Although, I guess that makes sense for people. I suppose. One user posted on Twitter, "Sorry, but us as users should boycott Netflix and complain, even delete accounts so they don't force us to use this. I pay extra to use 4 devices. It shouldn't matter how I use them." So they're essentially saying, look, I pay for 4 devices. What difference does it make if one of those devices is in my brother's house? I guess from a bandwidth perspective, that's a valid point. It actually is a valid point. It doesn't cost Netflix anything more if you're paying per device. One added, "Let them delete the account I share with family. I'm willing to bet this backfires on Netflix big time." People also took to social media to share their anger of being made to shell out even more money during a cost of living crisis. One UK user said, "Netflix isn't even that cheap anymore, and the cost of living, etc., means subscriptions will be one of the first things to go. Stupid decision." Another simply posted, "Time to delete Netflix forever. Effing scammers." One Twitter user retweeted Netflix's badly aged post from 2017 that said, "Love is sharing a password." I mean, this isn't, I'm sorry, from 2020. No, yeah, from 2017. I mean, this is something that Netflix relied on, was fine with, and even encouraged at one point, not even that long ago. Well, I guess 6 years is a while. But the thing is, they stopped growing. So now they have to squeeze their existing customers. And by the way, has there been a freaking 6-month period of time where they're not increasing their prices? It seems like they're constantly doing it. What's even on Netflix anymore? The thing is, with Netflix and Hulu used to have quote unquote everything. Now everyone's pulled everything off, and all you get from Netflix is mediocre woke content. I can't think of the last show I gave a damn about on Netflix. Dark, I guess. Analysis of Google search data also reveals that online searches for cancel Netflix account rocketed 3,000% in the UK on Wednesday. Netflix's password sharing ban had initially been slated for worldwide rollout at the end of March before it was delayed a couple of months by Netflix. Password sharing is a habit adopted by Netflix users of distributing their password to other people who live outside their household. This lets so-called freeloaders access their content, create their own profile, watch films, TV shows without paying a penny. Well, I mean, if you're limiting it per device, I think that that's a fine way to do it. The other thing is, a lot of times parents share it with their kids who are at college. There's a lot of that. Kids, I shared mine with my parents. For years, the Netflix terms of service said that users of an account must live in the same household, but it had not taken any solid action to prevent this till 2023. The week the company started sending emails to UK users who were sharing Netflix with someone outside the house, it says your Netflix account is for you and the people you live with, your household. You can easily watch Netflix on the go when you travel, either on your personal devices or a TV or a hotel or a holiday home. It then advises them to review their devices that are signed in their account and take steps to share Netflix with someone in another household. Ultimately, Netflix is banning password sharing because it wants more of our money, although the whole story is slightly more nuanced. On Netflix, a single account can host up to 5 profiles, each individually named and curated for a particular person. Each person can enjoy customized features, such as algorithmically powered viewing recommendations, viewing history settings in their profile. Netflix originally designed this feature so that multiple members of a household, such as kids, can enjoy content without having to start their own Netflix account and pay a monthly fee. But now there's been nothing to stop it from being shared across multiple homes, even though Netflix terms of service has long said users of an account must live in the same household. It has meant that 5 people living under 5 different addresses can have their own profile under one account. In other words, 5 different people getting Netflix for the price of one. Now, I understand both sides of this. I really do. I understand where Netflix is coming from on this, and why they might, want to roll this back. But the thing is, Netflix is the one that made this the problem. They're the one that supported it, laughed about it, told people, that this is okay. Netflix will now track IP addresses and device IDs to determine the location of TVs, phones, tablets are using, profile on a Netflix account, and deem whether or not they're on a, quote, trusted device. In other words, if they're the same location as other devices that are using their account. What's crazy is their premium package, which I think, the idea that I have to pay more for 4K is absurd. But their premium package is already over $20 a month for what? One show that you hardly ever watch? Now, and the fact that now I have to pay $8 a month to share it with my family, with my parents. I mean, I'm not really down with that. I do think that the way the economy is, the way that everything's going, I've been saying this for a long time, that every one of these services that have greedily demanded our money individually, usually it's once a month or once every other month. I'm going through right now with I have this weird web server that's hosting the quartering, and it's $500 a month, and I hardly ever use the website. And I'm like, oh, I should probably just transfer it to the Publica's web server, because why wouldn't I? I'm already paying for that. I'm wasting $500 a month to keep this one site on a different server. And people do that. And then they'll do that with their streaming stuff. They'll say, oh, have I used Netflix? When's the last time you opened Netflix? When's the last time you opened Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO, or Max, Premium, Paramount Plus? All these things are draining your bank account of a few bucks a month. And when you add them all together, it's close to $100. And with people just not really using it that often, it's going to spark people. It's going to spark people to get rid of it. Now, the stock market likes it because really Netflix has nothing to lose here unless paying customers actually do follow through and quit. But I don't think they will, not in any huge numbers. But in the long term, I think that Netflix will probably net more money. Now, I wouldn't pay Netflix any more money, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, by the way, my Netflix advice has always been wait till that 1 month when you're stuck inside, subscribe and binge everything, and then unsubscribe. You can catch up on everything you missed for $10 and then get rid of it. It's like a gym membership that goes unused. You can't let them take your money forever. If you haven't logged in for over a month, cancel it. And then just see how long it takes before you're like, oh, I want to put on something on Netflix. Okay, fine. Then re-sign up. Like, if you just do that, you'll save. I bet you if you do that with every streaming service you have, even though it's kind of a pain, you'll probably save $300-400 a year, maybe more. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.